I'm Olivia Holas for Boca Magazine, and thank you for joining us on today's Boca Goes Live. We have special guests, best friends, and business partners Lindsey and Lilly, co-founders of LLScene, social media experts, and fashion contributors for Boca Magazine. Hi, ladies.
Hi. Thanks for having us.
It's so good to see you both. I mean, usually we get to see each other at events, and obviously that has not happened in the past few months. So first question, how have you been coping and adapting to the current pandemic? Lindsey?
You know, just as good as everybody else, I guess. Taking it day by day. I'm at my parents' beach house in New Jersey right now, so I really can't complain. But, you know, it's just kind of pivoting our business and then, you know, the business of our clients and everything like that. It's just been such an adjustment period and having to quickly transition so fast, you know, with the shutdowns and then the spikes and everything. But I mean, it's, you know, it is what it is, trying to make the best of it.
That's right. And what about you, Lilly?
Well, for me, a lot of our clients, like here in Fort Lauderdale, are all one-on-one. So once we were able to reopen, you know, we took all the necessary precautions, and we've kind of slowly been a little bit more back to normal, at least as far as my schedule. So that's been really nice, having my remote office here at Face-to-Face Studios to come to, and kind of getting out of the house and getting out of that weird funk that I felt, because I was never home. I mean, talk about seeing you at events, and I live down here. I was constantly coming up to Boca, Del Rey. We had events every other night, it felt like. And so that was weird and strange. I mean, you know, nice to take the time off a little bit, but now it's definitely just keeps getting weirder. It's like,
well, we're creating human interaction, you know, and we're social in any case. Tell us about the story behind LLScene. Lindsey, how did you and Lilly start your business? I mean, you know, tell us more about your brand.
Well, our journey started actually 6 years ago. Last month, we celebrated our 6-year anniversary. So that was kind of sad that we couldn't really celebrate the way we had planned on and wanted to. But it started more as like a fashion and lifestyle blog. We had so many friends and different people reaching out to us and like messaging, texting us about, you know, beauty tips and tricks and fashion trends and things like that. So we kind of pivoted that toward having like almost like a landing page, which transitioned into a blog. And with that, I have a background in public relations and creative writing and journalism. So we kind of piggybacked off of that, because back then, 6 years ago, like bloggers and influencers and all that, like no one was making money doing that. So it was a totally different, you know, realm for us. And then Lily's background being a Miami Dolphins cheerleader and having, you know, such a strong background in events, it kind of just all merged together. And then us being best friends, we branded ourselves that way too.
That's really great. And, you know, Lilly, LLScene is more than a blog or a beautiful Instagram profile. You work with clients on their own digital marketing strategies. For businesses looking to increase their social media presence, what are some key tips that you can give, you know, to just get started?
Yeah, absolutely. So really, you know, that was the fun part about when we got started, because for us in South Florida, we just felt like there was no place to go to find out where events were happening, you know, like Boca Mag events or things that you can kind of, you know, that the community can be involved in too, not if you're media or, you know, have been invited or part of a social circle or anything like that. So we wanted to really be able to spread the word that way. And then when we started to kind of just brand ourselves, you know, we had people approaching us saying, oh, how much do you charge to do that? And we were like, oh, this is back before social media marketing was a position, and that became really fun. So what we've learned along the way is really, you know, depending all about what the product is or who they are or what their company is about, but, you know, just really being true to their brand and just getting the content to really showcase that, you know, with these days, everyone's scrolling, you know, no one really stops to read as much as they used to. So really just having that impact to really catch your eye and kind of keep you there, get you to your website, to book an appointment, to book an event, whatever the case may be for whatever the product is or who, you know, what your niche or brand is. But that's what we find is it works the best.
I love that. So be true to yourself and your brand. Lindsey, you know, you and Lilly have a strong presence on social media. When you're posting, is there a lot of thought that goes into what you're posting, or is it just more of a post as you go and just, I'm sharing my life with my followers?
It's kind of a little bit of both. We put so much thought into like our captions and hashtags because all of those things are so relevant within the world of social media marketing, right? I mean, we're doing that all day, every day. So, when it comes to, we do put a lot of thought into it, but then when it comes to our stories, that's where we tend to be ourselves a little bit more. We're not so buttoned up. We can kind of get real and a little bit more candid with our friends and followers, also our clients too. We manage their social media pages, so we have a big presence, on behalf of their pages. So there's so much time and thought that goes into it because I'm sure this just by being in marketing yourself and doing social media, is that the worst thing that you can do from a social media standpoint is post because you feel like you have to post. Mm-hmm. And that's where, we
really try to stay away from that.
We try to stay away from that. If it's National Wine Day and we don't really have much to say, or a glass of wine or something like that, we're just not going to post at all. And it's better to do it that way because we've done it the other way and we've seen it's just like the return on engagement isn't the same, and it comes from a more genuine place when you think it out and have a game plan put in place.
And Lilly, do you ever feel the need to disconnect from social media? And also, this is a question for Lindsey too. I mean, do you have that need to say, okay, enough, I just need to relax?
I will say, I spend so much of my day-to-day invested in my clients' pages that when it comes to mine, I do kind of fall back to on the back burner. So Lindsey and I really tried to make it a point to keep our brand up with LLScene and do things individually as well as together, especially during this break that we've had, because normally we're always together, get to do things together. We never have to go anywhere alone, which is so fun, which we know a lot of other people may have to do. But so we're trying to think, okay, how can we be creative at home, branding personally, because that's what we love about connecting with our followers, that Lindsey and I are best friends. We do have a lot of similarities, but we're also still very different. And that's why we relate to a lot of different people. So I definitely find myself after, a certain time of the day that I just don't even want to be on it. But like I said, we just try and make it more organic and having fun with it. So if I'm naturally just having fun in the kitchen and making some things, or, my dog's by the pool, then yeah, I want to just kind of be more playful with it that way, but not feel like it's stressful.
Yeah. What about you, Lindsey? You're up visiting your parents in New Jersey. So is vacation time a time to disconnect from social media, or not really?
Traditionally, yes, but when you own your own business, no. I think especially with what we do, I'm never off, which it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. I think lately, especially when what Lilly was saying, when I'm on Facebook, I'm only on Facebook for my clients and, for our pages as well. And it's really hard to keep up with, our own personal pages on top of everything else. And especially with just everything that's going on in the world right now, the last place that I want to be is Facebook. Mm-hmm. So I'll get out there and put up what I have to do for my clients and do everything that I can and comment and caption and engage with their clients, do what we have to do for our business page. But it's a really tough time to be on social media right now because, you're seeing all things left and right, and it can really put you into a bad headspace. So I try my best to really unplug at the end of the day. And I mean, I've been coming up here, I'm at the Jersey Shore right now since I was born. So owning my own business definitely gives me the opportunity to be here and work from home anyways, even if we were in a pandemic or not. But I'm never not working. I'm, here at the beach or doing whatever, but I'm constantly on my phone talking to clients, getting different opportunities and stuff like that. So it's hard to say that, I'm on vacation, even though I really want to be.
It all makes sense. I totally get it. And you both grew up in South Florida, Lilly in Fort Lauderdale and Lindsey in Boca Raton. And I hear there's kind of a rivalry between Fort Lauderdale and Delray, and we will not get into that. But, you're best friends and business partners. How do you balance that dynamic when you don't disagree on something?
Lil, you want to take that one?
I mean, we really do. We're pretty much a yin and a yang when it comes to everything. we really complement each other so well. I have to be honest, and it's a little cliche, but I can't even think of any time we've really, I mean, the most we get mad at each other for is, why did you post that picture? I don't like the way I look, you know what I mean? It's like just superficial, nothing that even matters or anything like that. You know, if I have an idea, Lindsey really helps me bring that to light, vice versa. We work together. Everything, like, you know, you said it all, LLScene happens so organically and natural, and that just, you know, proving how we've come so far 6 years later, just like, and the success that we're so fortunate to have, just kind of reassures that how, you know, how it happened, and that we just knew it was meant to be, and a good working partnership going forward. So I think we're really lucky in that sense, where it doesn't really overlap. You know, and we're not, you know, next door to each other. So, you know, we'd love to see each other more during the week and when we have events and things like that. But we sometimes we do go a few weeks without seeing each other, like Lindsey said, pandemic or not, you know, I haven't seen her in almost a month. So it does, you know, it's weird. It's not like we're in an office together on top of each other every second of every day.
Right. And Lindsey, how would you describe Lilly's personality in 3 words, like in 3 characteristic traits?
Oh gosh. I would say she's super driven. She will definitely call you out on your stuff, which I appreciate so much. And, you know, and she's just a great friend. She's super loyal. You know, we're best friends and business partners. We've been through so much together from a business standpoint and personally that, you know, she's just such a loyal friend, and like, we wouldn't be able to be in business together if it were any other way. So I would say that's a hard question though. I want to like think longer about that, because, you know, there's so much more I would want to say, but what I love most about her is her loyalty, not just to me, her friends, her family. And then, you know, also the fact that she's never afraid to call anybody out on anything, which I love and appreciate. And it's definitely humbled me a lot, you know, over the years.
And Lilly, how would you describe Lindsey's personality?
I do have to just say, and I do humble Lindsey in a good way, I come from a family of 5 girls, and she's an only child. So I gotta just kind of put her in her place a little bit from time to time. Lindsey is so creative as far as her writing. I've been on her for years, even before we got into business. I'm like, you need to write a book. You need to write a book. And I try and just like, I'm like, you need to do a chapter here and there. Like we got it, you know, and like back then that was like all fiction. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's so much you can do, you know, personally now that would like kind of translate and could be both. But, you know, she's so organized, and she keeps me really organized, because I tend to not be an organized person at all. You know, Lindsey really has that OCD type A quality that really balances my creative events, you know, artistic Aries brain over here. So I love those things about her. And just like you said, loyal. I mean, like we have such a great partnership. We really have never had a big fight, anything come between us. Truly like a sister. I mean, her parents like treat me as one, and same with my family, love Lindsey, and we're just really fortunate with that. So I know not 3 specific words, but definitely those characteristics and traits that help complement each other.
I love it. Definitely yin and yang, like you mentioned earlier. And let's talk fashion now. You're our fashion contributors for Boca Magazine. Are you still dressing up and getting all dolled up right now, or are you more on the casual kind of mind, you know, state of mind right now?
Well, right now we are dressed up from the waist up, like most people are zooming these days. You know, it feels really good. Like at the beginning of the quarantine and everything, definitely not. I think we were both kind of taking advantage of the fact that we didn't have to do our hair and makeup, and it was a really good break for our skin, for our hair, and just like everything in between. But then once we did dress up, it felt so good. So, you know, just getting that back to normal feeling a little bit here and there, it feels really nice. But I think that fashion is just changing and evolving in itself because of this quarantine. And I think that like a lot of people, you know, won't go back to getting all dolled up all the time and wearing high heels out. I think that there's going to be a huge shift in the entire fashion industry after all of this, because people realize you can be comfortable, casual, and look really cute too.
Absolutely. And that's kind of a good segue to my next question. Lilly, what's your favorite fashion or beauty trend right now?
Oh gosh. See, normally I have a really good answer for that because, you know, I'm thinking about what I'm wearing to events and, you know, maybe wedding season, you know, coming up and things like that. But honestly, I mean, I'm pretty girly and very South Florida, Palm Beach chic-ish. I like the fun skirts and ruffly skirts and, you know, very Love Shack fancy is like my obsession at the moment. So, you know, really like that girly, but honestly, like Lindsey said, I mean, you know, I'm fortunate to be able to be going back to my remote office and seeing some of my clients, but, I'm still very much in like, chicer athleisure on a daily basis, if that is, you know, a new trend we can even come up with right now, and just making that more of a, you know, I am seeing people, so it's nice to kind of like even, you know, I have gotten more used to just doing like a tinted moisturizer and maybe just throwing a mascara on instead of like really, you know, doing too much to myself every day or feeling that pressure. But yeah, I'd have to say, you know, that's would be my go-tos if I was going out or was doing anything. That's where I would go. It's summer. I love summer. I love summer colors, summer whites, all the above. So, you know, it's a bummer right now because it's just bizarre times. But other than that, yeah, I would say that's where I would go to as a trend.
And Lindsey, I see you're wearing the tie-dye trend today. So
yeah, I did that on purpose.
I love it. I love it. So you're digging that trend.
Yeah, I'm liking it. It's summer, it's comfortable, and, you know, just having fun with it. It's hot out. I'm really liking just everything with like in the loungewear category, 2-piece sets, whether it be like an off-the-shoulder sweater and then like a matching, you know, short set or a pant set or something like that. I'm just kind of liking not having to dress up all the time. It's been really nice, but then also implementing tie-dye because it is summer. And like Lilly said too, it's like we love the bright colors and we're South Florida girls. This is like what our wardrobe looks like, you know, 90% of the year anyways.
Yeah, it's true. You can't really go wrong with color and having fun here in South Florida. So we're going to end our chat with a fun little quick fire, but we're doing a little twist to see how well you know each other, which we obviously know you know each other very well, but little, you know, fun facts, okay? So Lilly, I'm going to ask you, Lindsey's celebrity style crush.
Oh gosh, this is too easy. She loves, what is her name? What is her name? Emily Ratajkowski.
Yeah.
Yeah. She loves her. She loves anybody, you know, kind of that boho style, a little laid back. I would say that's one of your ones. Gosh, I feel like we were doing something regarding this and I had given you somebody really good and now it's blanking on me because I like handed that to you. What were we filling out? Olivia, it was for the runway show we were supposed to do.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
And I had said something for you. It was like a questionnaire you had us fill out. The runway show back in April. I had someone really good for Lindsey and now, but I know that she does like her, you know, she does a lot of fun bikinis and has that like boho style and, but I'm blanking on who. I feel like I gave you somebody really good.
I know. I think I'm blanking on it too, honestly.
But that's a good one, right? Lindsey, she knows you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Lindsey, is Lilly a beach person or a pool person?
Oh, pool person, hands down. Without a doubt.
Me too.
Without a doubt.
All right, Lilly, Lindsey's favorite workout.
Oh, well, now it's her Peloton, which I would have said spinning first and foremost. Anyway, she does love bar and any type of loggery, you know, type of class. But since quarantine and getting her Peloton, it's spinning.
Yeah, in Lindsey's words, I'm Peloton obsessed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I am. I can't live without it. And I don't have it up here, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do all day?
Like your withdrawal right now. Yeah. Last question, Lindsey. Lilly's favorite cocktail.
Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc. that would be her wine. I guess a cocktail, I'm not really sure. I mean, maybe a dirty martini, but I mean, so definitely her favorite drink is a Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc.
Yes, she knows.
Yes, Sauvignon Blanc, definitely. I mean, we like our margaritas. I think if we ever have a cocktail, it's going to be something along those lines. We're not really big cocktail people, but yeah, definitely Sauvignon Blanc, especially summer.
Yeah.
Listen, girls, thank you so much for chatting with us. This was so much fun. You're such a delight, and it was really great to see you.
You too. Thank you so much. This was so fun.
Yeah, thank you.
It was so much fun, and thank you to our viewers for tuning in on today's Boca Goes Live right here on Facebook at Boca Mag. Thank you, and until next time, bye.
Hey, everyone.
Bye, Lindsey. Bye, Lily.
Bye.